Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Friday Night Fights here on my wonderful little corner of the internet. Tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. We're actually using the public test server. I have not previously done that this year. I've only once before used the public test server. At least since the beta, I haven't used it very often. I think I used it back in early 2020 when, or late 2020, when they first introduced the idea of submarines coming into the game. This is absolutely incredible. Every ship in the game should be here. Both ships I've got and ships that I have not yet earned. The test server is for going over the Nederland cruisers. And Elite Commander, I don't see it telling me I'm going to get the ship in any way. But that's okay. I haven't seen any of these Tier 1 vessels in quite some time. So, pardon my nostalgia for the moment. Evening, Groucho. Now, I have not seen almost any of these Tier 1 vessels in a long, long while. Because, of course, I sold the lower tier vessels as I moved up, so I'd have room for the newer ones. Sounds like the music's a little loud, so I'm going to turn this audio down a little bit. I don't want the music to overtake me. But what we have here, I only have 510 million credits and 30,000 gold to choose from, so I can pretty much put anything I want on these ships. And plenty of flags. Let's just make sure I don't explode. I want to go faster. Evening, Barbarian. I have no idea how active the test server will be tonight. A lot of people go straight for the top of the tiers. I'm actually very excited about revisiting the lower tier ships that I started with. But the test server is here to check out the new cruisers that they're entering into the game. So we will get to those as well, I hope. Low tier battles are usually quite a bit slower. It looks like the entire enemy team is made up of bots, and there's 2 of us on this team that are human. Let's see. My other human's all the way on the other side of the map.
Action stations.
The trick is the AI in World of Warships is actually semi-intelligent. Oh, pardon me, please. A little bit of a hiccup. You'll notice that not even 20 knots as a cruiser. The ship physically looks very small because it is. In a modern navy, this would probably be considered a destroyer.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Hi, Denise. I'm good. How are you? And the Beezer. Welcome aboard. Playing around on the public test server tonight instead of our usual routine.
Enemy cruiser foundered. Enemy cruiser destroyed. Our team has taken the lead.
I've forgotten how slow these ships can feel. at lower tiers.
Our victory is in sight. Our victory is in sight.
Josh, good to see you, sir. Welcome aboard. Yeah, was it any doubt that the two non-bots were going to be position 1 and 2? Those low-tier ships are somewhat fun. But that's not what we're here for. We want... no Dutch ships yet. How do I get Dutch ships? Oh, who cares how I get Dutch ships? Start with tier 6, because that's usually where the mission starts. I appreciate your coming in, Denise. I hope work's not keeping you too busy. Okay. We know we want it to be faster. I'm not sure I want to use all of their recommended ones, though. That makes them take less damage. That's an interesting one I hadn't seen before. Invulnerable against hostile fighters, but does not spot hostile ships. Interesting. Well, let's master what we've got here and see what battle brings us. Oh. That's why I'm having such small battles. Although co-op might be an easier fight. The advantage of the AI in this game is it's not as dumb as some computer AIs where it just follows each other and shoots at the first thing it sees. But what it will do is it'll use consumables very quickly. So one thing I've seen is AI destroyers, as soon as they spot enemy ships, they'll use their smoke screen. Which most players will hold off on the smoke screen until they themselves are in danger of being spotted. I can't complain, Josh. I'm sorry that you had to sit through time at the table with your in-laws. But here, watch me blow some crap up. Yeah, the test server is a little bit weird. You're going to have some people in here that are very good at the game. You're going to have probably a bulk of people like me, a middle-of-the-road player who's very excited to get a shot at playing some of the ships before they're released. And very few, if any, new players. But if they are here, they're probably playing ships at the top tiers because they have not seen anything that powerful yet. And one of the things that I keep wondering about is I think this is a translation thing because the company that makes this is Russian. Maximum waiting time for a random battle is not limited. Vacancies will be distributed among bots. Well, if there's no limit on how long you wait for a battle, why would there be vacancies? I think what they meant to say is it's the waiting time is not unlimited, which means that whatever the server delay is in finding battles, so it might be 5 minutes tonight, but tomorrow morning it might be 10 minutes because there's so many people on. And yes, the more people that are on, the longer you can wait for a match. Because Matchmaker is trying to build teams based on the average player rating of each side's players. So if, for example, if I was a 5,000 player and we had Matchmaker say, okay, we've got 15 people and I have 10,000 players and a whole bunch of 5,000 players and a whole bunch of 1,000 players, Matchmaker's supposed to shuffle them around so that each team gets equal numbers of players in the same skill category. What tends to happen is matchmaker throws a whole bunch of people on a team, and the overall skill level of the team ends up matching. But sometimes when that happens, you have one team that's got, 6 10,000 point players and all of the 1,000 point players, and the other team is all 5,000 point players. And obviously the points are based on what your performance has been, so your skills might not be suited for that. I'm going to drop out of the queue real quick. I want to see usually it says what types of battles. Okay, it's random or co-op. Being co-op will definitely give me experience towards the missions. I'm going to take it that way. Barbarian King, Groucho. Joshua's a good long-term friend of mine, real-life friend. If Denise is still here, she's a friend who actually introduced me a whole bunch of these folks from the Fallout community. Alright, it's giving me squadron control information that I already know. Okay. So nothing new and exciting in that regard. Subs are not yet in, Beezer. They're getting closer. They're still in the closed test server. I was not invited for this round of closed tests.
Battle starts.
So I can't tell you what their current status is.
Autopilot mode enabled.
But I suspect they won't be very long before they're in actual play. Probably within the year.
Approaching target.
Hello there. He came over the middle, but I'm detected by a surface target. There he is. See what I mean about him blowing his smoke as soon as he's spotted? Now in this case, I missed. It was airplanes that spotted him, but as any good AI, sorry. Damn it. I gotta get used to the new rocket plane method of attack. In the meantime, let's see.
Waypoint reached.
How my dive bombers work. They should still be the same. According to the mini-map, I should be able to take on that cruiser all on his own. We are losing to bots, people.
Engaging enemy. Fighter airborne.
Destination reached. Autopilot mode disabled. Autopilot mode enabled.
Hey, Don. How's it going? Glad you could make it aboard. To me, the Japanese carriers look like they should. American carriers are very similar, but more purpose-built. But, it's the British carriers that make me question things. Because that ski jump launch is not what I would call normal. The Japanese carrier I'm playing right now is an early war carrier, so basically flat deck. Wow, he's got a good anti-aircraft range. I don't want to lose more planes than I have to him. So I'm going to fly these guys over here. And then return to carrier. In the meantime, I have to harass him in our cap circle. Good part about having him sitting there is I have an excellent opportunity to score lots of damage. The bad part is I'm the only one fighting him. Wish I had another squadron of torpedo planes ready.
Waypoint reached.
I have been spotted. And I think I've spotted his carrier just past the islands I'm about to pass.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
And there he is.
Fighter airborne. Fighter airborne.
Get more than 5 kilometers out. And I only have 3 of those guys ready, so let's send some rocket planes after him.
Fighter airborne. Fighter destroyed. Fighter airborne.
Really? Really? Never seen that happen in the last 3 attacks.
Destination reached. Autopilot mode disabled. Autopilot mode enabled.
Fighter airborne.
Here we go.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Fighter airborne. Fighter airborne.
He really did not want to get hit by that guy.
Fighter airborne.
Three torpedo planes. I don't have anything ready to fight yet. I guess I need to send them anyway. Backing up? Oh yeah, it's definitely accurate with the AA. 66,000, that's not a bad tier 6 shot. And I definitely led the battlefield. Good. How much damage did I do to that Vesser? 21,000. Bet that's the majority of it. I did the majority on him. The Omaha... I would have liked to have sunk him, but somebody got the last couple of points. what else do we have? We have a Fuso. Haven't taken one of these out in quite a while. I have one. I think I still have one. Tier 6 wonder of a battleship. Definitely give ourselves all the benefits we can. Because why not? Sure. If it's gonna let me put every flag under the sun on this thing, I'm gonna do it. Alright. It is gonna be picky about how many of each category I can put on. So let's start over here. I want these. That'll be a good combination. No, I don't need to do that one. Let's do that one. That'll be a good combination. Let's... General Admiral, Commander-in-Chief of the Kriegsmarine. This flag is awarded at the end of the ranked battle season. Yeah, I'm not going to earn that one, gentlemen. And ladies, if Denise is still here. And Dawn. Yes, definitely. I always take that if I can get it. Main battery reload time. Definitely. Action time and the damage control, yes. They recommend... I definitely want that on a battleship. They recommend fire prevention. Reduce the maximum number of fires. That's definitely worth it. Now I have 3 points to spend on anything I want. I can get this one, which is recommended. I can add to my AA defense. But my AA range, just about 6 kilometers. We'll think about that. Secondary firing range. That could turn this into a secondary monster. Firing range, 5.2 kilometers. If I extend the range by 20%, that's 6.2 kilometers. Yeah, let's extend the secondary firing range.
Here, girls.
And away we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 9. I didn't even get the other 2 players who were in queue in battle with me. This could be difficult, because bots fighting bots. I wonder if bots listen to commands pretty well. I haven't tested that theory, but I'm about to.
Battle starts.
All stations, proceed to capture that area.
Let's see what the bots do with that. And we have a carrier in the game. I'm going to try and put myself in A from scooting up right between those 2 islands. And then circle back into B. I've been spotted. Ooh. He's not yet in range.
Spotter airborne.
He is. How good was my guess on his speed? Not a bad way to start. Now you might ask why I switch shell types between firing. If I want to fire all the batteries at the same time without any delay, I quickly switch them. I want that carrier.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Torpedoes to port. Spotter returning to ship.
Unescorted cruiser coming up the middle. That's a paddling.
Enemy battleship sighted. Confirmed penetration.
Confirmed penetration. That wasn't even armor piercing. That was just high explosive. I imagine this is gonna hurt. Overpens. I have 5 seconds to wait.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Sailing broadside onto a battleship? That's a paddling. to hit the Hulk. How does that look for midship? No penetrations, just ricochets and overpens. Story of my life today. By the way, they've done away with friendly fire damage. As you see, those torpedoes that ran into me did no damage. But somehow they're going to track what damage could have been done and penalize players for it. That was my secondary batteries opening up on him, by the way.
Destroyed an enemy battleship.
No, please be in a spot where I can spot you as I come around the headland here. I am detected and being fired at. And there he is. How's that look? Too far in front of him.
Enemy destroyer foundered.
And that's why you extend the range of your secondaries. Now, if you'll notice, our points total is above theirs, and we have 2 capture points. Which is why I didn't sail out of here before we captured it. Couple of good hits. That cruiser's in trouble, but there's not a lot I can do for him. Be nice if he would poke out far enough to detect the carrier for me. Oh, or a carrier could find him for me. I'm not picky about how he gets spotted. Battleship accuracy. Some were too far, some were close. Take care, Don. You have a good weekend, too. Hey, Patrick. I think Disney's next theme park ride should be the firing of Kathleen Kennedy. That looks good.
Enemy aircraft carrier blown up.
I don't think they should have made friendly fire a non-thing, Groucho. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't agree with it. Most players don't agree with it. But there's a loud vocal minority that just really hates it when friendly destroyers or friendly cruisers torpedo you because you weren't paying attention to where your torpedo launching ships were, and you sailed between them and a ship they were attacking already. But on the other hand, I've had ships that I launched torpedoes purposely, waited for them to pass, and was launching them behind them so that I could hit targets on the other side of them, and they turned around to hit my torpedoes. And the guy was laughing the entire time in chat. Watch this. Have fun being pink after I hit him. Because that's what they used to do. They turned you and your ship pink. You got less rewards, and you got less rewards, and you got less I can have defensive fire or hydroacoustic search. And I can't change. Alright. That is a radar antenna. Why I can't have radar is beyond me. I'd rather have the defensive fire. No, 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 no. I should have read the thing. It said go to the armory. Yeah. I'll get the engine room protection. I don't want to get any fancy stuff. Always make your guns more accurate if you can. And make yourself more maneuverable if you can. That's secondary. I want the AA one. Get faster. And now let's see what kind of skills this recommends. Faster traverse speed. Why? $145 seconds. Yes, please. Definitely increase anti-aircraft on this one. Now, this recommends these two, but I'm taking this. This gives me an extra charge of the consumables, anti-aircraft and the fighter craft. And this gets my secondary battery reload time down. If there's a visible enemy ship. This just makes it easier to conceal myself. Not being seen is a good thing. Alright, I'm going to not take their recommendations on these two. And I am going to take these two. This allows my steering and propulsion to still work, even if they get taken out. Yeah, I don't blame them for having animosity towards trolls. I don't like it when people are trolling me in game, but the advantage that I get out of having friendly fire on is some of those trolls have to keep making new accounts because they keep getting banned for doing excessive team damage. Because first you turn pink, then you get a timeout where you can't select battle for half an hour. I think it was the first one is a half an hour. The second, if you come back in and do damage to the team again, then it's 3 hours. Then it's 3 days. Then it's permanently banned. So there was a progression system. It takes about a week for a troll to get banned. I'm happy with that. Alright, anybody? Okay, I got a live carrier.
Battle starts.
Well, it's a rumor that's now being shared by CNN and The Atlantic, so I think there's more to it than just rumor. Okay, something launched. That's what I thought.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
No hits on him. He didn't hit me either, though. I've been spotted.
Enemy destroyer sighted. Enemy battleship detected. Enemy cruiser sighted. Enemy battleship sighted.
I don't need the barkiness, Lieutenant.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Did he really just put that fire out immediately? That was a bad choice.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
The ship is on fire!
Enemy destroyer blown up.
Problem solved, sir!
Even shifting my time to turn those turrets has not helped me immeasurably. That's not the easiest place to sail through. I think I'm gonna get 2 shots at him.
Enemy battleship sighted. Target penetrated.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target. Our team is taking
the lead.
Yes, Beezer. My Danish-Swedish farmhund is Lieutenant Ellen Ripley. That's because the network doesn't care about giving you news. They want to give you sensationalism. Okay, I got a limping cruiser on my team, and everybody else seems to be in good nick. Although that battleship in the cap circle is probably going to bite it. He's backing up. Hopefully that means I can squeeze between him and the island. Although this other battleship looks like he's going to ram right into me if I try and do this, so... There's no way this guy was going to turn out from that island. That hissing sound is him launching torpedoes. The only thing he's going to hit with those torpedoes is our friendly ship. Alright, 10 was too much of a lead. Actually, it wasn't too much of a lead. He turned. So I need to wait for him to get further into his turn. Go ahead, attack me. Use all that carrier goodness you've got.
Fighter airborne. Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert.
Confirmed penetration.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert. Returning to ship.
Doing more damage with the HE, so switch back.
Enemy aircraft carrier blown up.
Epic Test 1. Ooh, I got the Stars and Stripes. Okay, fire, hard hitting. Now let's see how I'm doing in the race for the Nederland cruisers. Alright, I need to get 499 more ribbons to complete this part. And then I gotta wait till next week for this part. One of the things that Wargaming does that I really appreciate is I'm not just getting the chance to play with these cruisers early. They're going to give me rewards in the regular server for having come in here and participated, and I'm going to, of course, write up a review of what I think once I get to play the cruisers. I'm not going to bother reviewing ships I already own. Always like exploding less. My AA rating is a little bit better in this cruiser, so yeah. But I can shoot more accurately. I'll take the accuracy. And the propulsion mod. For a change, most of the consumables are ones I agree with. This makes the ship tougher the worse that I'm damaged. I don't want to take damage. I have 9 points to spend. Well, I just reduced my detectability by 10%. I don't want to raise it by 15. I like causing fires, so I'm not going to do that. Definitely want to do that. And this one here just adds hit points. 450 for each tier of the ship. It's a tier 6 ship. So that's 9, 18, 2,700 extra hit points. I'll take that. I don't really care if somebody shoots at me from a distance. Reload the consumables faster. Know if somebody is targeting me. That's a valuable one. I don't agree with all their recommendations, but... Alright, Patrick, you have a good night. If you can come back, because I'll be here for the full 3 hours. I'm going to be playing this all week. Might as well have the custom Dallas paint on her. Less explodey, thank you. Be faster. Reload consumables faster. Give me all of these. These are flags that increase your credits at the end of the match, your experience for your commander, your ship experience, etc. I can have 3 more up here. I want to cause more fires. And I want to be able to ram destroyers without fear of sinking. I'm allowed to have 8 of these, so that means I can take all of these. These also are bonus. Some of them are multiples of the experience. Some of them are multiples for credits. This one here reduces... No, this one reduces the ship's cost by 10%. Every battle, even if you take no damage, it costs to refit the ship when you come back to port. That flag makes it cost 10% less, and I use that flag excessively. Probably why on my main account I have 200 million credits. Out of any new ship that comes down the pipe, I have no fear of not being able to buy it once I get it researched. Research is tough. Speaking of research, in co-op mode, you get half the experience that you get in regular mode. And once again, I am a lone human in a sea of bots. And the game saw fit to sit me on the side where enemy destroyers usually show up. I really like the perk system. The best part about those perks on the ones that you buy for the captain, they stay with him. So if you buy a new ship and you really like the way that captain is laid out, you can buy the ship without a captain and move the captain that you've got and just spend some of your in-game gold, which that's the real-world money, and he retrains for the ship he's on. If he doesn't retrain for the ship, his perks don't come into effect. They work at a lower percentage. Still not a bad deal. I mean, he gets some benefit from it, but not as good as it could be. Our carrier did not detect any destroyers over here. Maybe the destroyer's on the other side. I would really, 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 really like to have a smoke screen. But that's not going to happen. I've got one guy coming this way. Might get this captured before I have to fight him. Every time he hits me, I'm going to lose capture points. And I got it flipped.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Luckily, you don't take damage for beaching yourself. AA does mostly auto-targeting. I can reinforce the sector. So you see the circle around my paper doll in the lower left-hand corner. If I choose to reinforce the sector, there'll be a little green fan that surrounds half the ship. That represents that being reinforced. Then I also have a consumable that's marked as defensive fire, which actually doubles the output of my AA for, I think 30 seconds? No, 40 seconds for this one. Those battleships hemmed up over there. If they can keep them spotted, I might be able to use this cliff to keep myself relatively hidden. Nope. Oh yeah, he's in firing range, but he's also behind an island. By the time I got detected, and see, this is how you reinforce the sector. dive bombers don't do well hitting targets side on. They want to try and get out in front of you. Let me make sure that's... it's a Vesser, yeah. So they want to get out in front of you and have you run under their target. But torpedo planes want to hit you from the side.
Fighter airborne. Torpedoes, dead ahead.
So I just want to keep track of where his planes actually are. And make sure his buddies aren't coming to help him. See, I nosed into him.
Our team has taken the lead.
Now I have rocket planes. They like to hit you from the side as well. So I'll use my defensive fire.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert. Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
Thing about German carriers, which didn't really exist, their torpedoes are very fast but do little damage.
Enemy aircraft carrier sunk.
Now all I have to do is deal with 2 battleships. That should be a piece of cake, right? I still have a carrier who can harass them. Yeah, each carrier group has their own thing. Japanese carriers use armor-piercing bombs. British carriers use high-explosive bombs for their dive bombers. So the dive bombers from a British carrier are really effective against destroyers because they drop a carpet of small high-explosive bombs. High explosives can take out ship functions and cause fires. And they drop a carpet, so you can drop them over a larger area. The armor-piercing bombs have to hit the deck to go down through and cause major damage, but they tend to not cause fires. The Germans, their armor-piercing bombs can pierce more armor than others. Their rocket planes are armor-piercing rockets, so they're better used against cruisers than anything else. Now, right now, I should go in the center and take that cap point away from him, because they're getting 6 points every 3 seconds, or every 5 seconds. We're getting 3. But we are so far ahead, I'm going to take the chance that we can kill them both before the end of the match. Which will especially be true if I can get this battleship spotted.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
I don't have torpedoes of my own, so I'm not going to go out there and fight him head to head. But what I want him to do is commit to coming around after me. That's hydroacoustic search, basically sonar. If I've got them both chasing me, I can go ahead and start playing games with them, because I'm a lot faster than they are. They can't defend themselves well against a carrier because they don't have anti-aircraft crews. Not that mine are doing a whole hell of a lot of good for me. He's gonna show up in the middle, which means I can take him down if the carrier doesn't take him down. Carrier seems to be going after the guy I've already got lit up. Alright, he's out of hydro range, but he's just about to come around here. Use the train. Terrain is your friend. That's a good tier 6 battle damage score. 200 of those ribbons. So get ribbons. 579 out of 700. I thought I needed 800. Yeah, 41,000 hit points. I never got a citadel on him. Alright, Beezer, thanks for coming out. I hope you make it back in time to catch some more, because it really is a lot of fun. Mighty Mo. Can't afford Mighty Mo, so instead, I'll play with the New Mexico. New Mexico is a generation before Missouri, but man, she is a beautiful ship, isn't she? Missouri has a very similar look to her. The Missouri was available for free experience, but you had to have 1 million of it. I've never gotten anywhere close to 1 million free experience. Two more. Give her camouflage. Always do your best to keep your ship from exploding. Let's get the secondaries firing further. And let's get the steering gears to make us just a little more nimble. Before we take the commander skills, we've been doing this for 2 hours now, so I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break. I hope everybody gets a chance to refill their beverages, grab a new snack, take a potty break yourselves, and I'll be back in 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, guys, I'm back. I am going to be choosing the skills that I think best represent a battleship. One of the things you really want to do... Oh, before I do that, I'm going to look at what my consumables are. It is damage control or repair party. This increases my hit points after I've been hurt. And spotting aircraft. Gives me better firing range. So do I really need 10% faster reload on my spotting aircraft? It's already a long time. 10% is not going to be that good. Keep modules active. That's a good choice. They're recommending an AA increase, and it does have a 53 AA rating. It's kind of close in at 4.8 kilometers. But the continuous damage of 190 and the single shell explosion damage of 1300, I can do that. Now what I really want to look for here is secondary range. Secondary range is 6.2 kilometers plus 20% is going to make this close to 8 kilometers of range. There are destroyers that I could face. Not that I'm going to on the co-op mode, but in regular random battles. I could face destroyers in this ship that don't have a main battery range of 8 kilometers. So always, in my opinion, on a ship with good secondaries, you've got 18 secondary batteries here, and your secondary range gets to be half of your main battery firing range, can't complain about that. This gives you the extra charge on your repair party and makes them faster, or makes them last longer. Now I can start playing with the other 9 points I've got. I could take all 3 of the recommended Tier 3 upgrades. 10% extra torpedo protection. You don't see torpedoes in every match. So I'm going to take all those and kit this guy out as a secondary build. New Mexico. Now, as you know, is my usual way of doing things. We're going to get out here and, ooh, we might have a nice number of humans on this round. We're going to get out here and see what we've got for human companions. And we're going to try and aggressively take one side or the other. Hopefully I'm not put in the middle of the map. The Andrea Doria is also human. I didn't see it, that guy, but okay. And the Pensacola is human. We have no carriers to worry about, so my anti-aircraft is not of importance, but I was put in the middle of the map. Who's with me here? The Pensacola. And the Andrea Doria is way over there.
Action stations.
Now, if you were here at the beginning of the stream, the first cruiser I played was a Tier 1 cruiser that had a max speed of 18 knots. Being battleships are slow and cumbersome, the fact that I'm going to top out at about 21, 22 knots should tell you just how slow that battle was going. Apparently the Pensacola wants to go his own way. Don't blame him. Sharing the kills is not always the fun way to go. I personally prefer just blowing stuff up. I don't care whether or not it's me that gets the kill. Wow, he's about to enter range. So what I want
Enemy
to
cruiser
do
sighted.
is shoot before
Enemy
he's in
battleship
range.
sighted. Enemy destroyer sighted.
Battleship accuracy is going to cost quite a bit of headache. Unfortunately, we just lost spotting on that. Mountains in the way there.
Spotter airborne.
See how that goes. I probably misjudged his speed completely. Dang it. He's gonna get away.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Spotter returning to ship.
Enemy battleship detected.
The ship is on fire!
Enemy destroyer sunk.
Our team has taken the lead.
And you see, I'm not... Hey, Mark! Well, have fun at movie night. I'm not going to put out a single fire on a battleship. Because it's not that damaging. And I have repair party. Might have only been 2 hits, and one of them didn't penetrate, but there's fire again.
Enemy battleship foundered.
I still didn't check that mission. I could have sworn it said 800 ribbons. Ah, there's 800 ribbons. Okay. 2 different missions. And that's my base XP. Which would have been doubled in random battles. But there didn't seem to be a whole lot of people. In the random battles. I want my torpedoes to be better. I can make my torpedo bombers a little tougher, too. Make the squadron engine boost last longer. Make them faster. I like that. Additional aircraft hit points. See, both of these are good. This makes them take less damage. This gives them more hit points. And that makes them safer from shells. I can make my bombers faster. And I can take both of those, so let's do that. Unless this is better. How would it know when the last... Yeah. Let's take this captain out. See what he can do. So you know how YouTube will occasionally send you a notification that says, here's a creator that you might like? Guess who had recommended that I subscribe to today? Wants me to subscribe to this channel called RP Games. Apparently we have a lot of the same interests. Me and the battleship are human. I want to find that destroyer quickly and dispatch him, because he's the biggest threat to me.
General quarters.
Autopilot mode enabled.
Well, thanks, Groucho. I'll go check out his channel. That's who I was looking for. I am not used to this new way of fighting with rocket planes. I guess that's one way for our destroyer to take him out. We got a couple of cruisers over there that need my attention. No battleships were over there. Now, if you notice on the mini-map, I still have two wings coming back together, right? They are not counted as the planes on deck, and I already have another 8 out of 8 on the deck. That's why I fire their ordnance before I get too far out. See, that cruiser just killed our cruiser, but he also put himself all out alone.
Fighter airborne.
Destination reached. Autopilot mode disabled.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Autopilot mode enabled.
See, this AA is acting, or AI is acting like a player. I like that. He's not just sailing because he's... We won? I must have not been paying attention. I didn't do well in that battle. They are Wildcats. Let's see what other ships I've got here. I'm familiar with the Leander and the QE. I have a La Gasolini. Yes, I know that's not its name. When this thing was first introduced, though, it caught fire real easy. So it earned the nickname. Let's take a Russian cruiser out. It's Russian. It's got to be good. When in doubt, take I don't want to explode for 1,000, Alex. And make myself more maneuverable. I get defensive fire and a spotter. Stay maneuverable after my engine gets knocked out. Know when somebody's shooting at me. Extra consumables. Be less detectable. Radio location tells me the direction of the nearest enemy ship. Not where he is, but can be very useful. Improves your ship's characteristics if there are more visible enemy ships than allies within the range of your ship's main battery. I have not yet figured a reason to take that. I don't want more penetration on my HE. I want more fires. My AA defense is only 43. Increasing it would not help me very much. But getting faster reloads as I get hurt would help me. Reloading torpedoes faster is helpful. Now this one might... It'll fire all guns faster if there's more enemy ships visible. If there's a enemy ship visible within my standard detection range. I'll try that out. Haven't used it yet. That's one of the newer ones. But I'll try that out. Hey, that's why we're on the test server, right? Okay, my chance for a magazine explosion is now negative 170%. And that's 8. Let's not take that one. Let's make me faster. Well, in this game, what plane it is highly academic. The game treats the planes as expendable ammo. And to be fair, the Wildcat was a perfectly serviceable aircraft. But the Hellcat was better. You know, it's like the Black Widow was a perfectly serviceable night fighter, but the Lightning was better at being a fighter. I'm the only human, aren't I? At least I don't have to worry about my teammates.
General quarters.
One of the things that I've noticed about the game, and I understand the game is made by a Russian company. If America in this game or World of Tanks can be made to do worse by having worse statistics, it will do it. So you might have, on paper, the better ship because it's an American ship, and they tended to, on paper, be better ships. And then in the real world course of events, they turned out to be better ships. But your dispersions, the soft numbers that they don't tell you, would quickly... Well, yeah, in the early war, though, all U.S. Navy carrier planes were underpowered. But a few,
Enemy destroyer sighted.
if you look at soft numbers, especially in this in World of Tanks,
Enemy cruiser detected.
you'll find a lot of people, a lot of American and, in World of Tanks, German vehicles don't perform the way they would have in their real-world examples.
The ship is on fire!
Enemy cruiser destroyed. Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Oh, that was a trick so nice I did it twice.
Our team has taken the lead.
Alright, who still sees me? Because I don't think any of them should still be able to see me.
battleship destroyed. Enemy battleship destroyed. Enemy battleship destroyed.
Our victory is in sight.
Ooh. That was fun. That was a little intense.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert. Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
Yeah, it got a little tense in there. I'm not gonna lie. I skipped right over 7, went straight to the 800 ribbons. That's good. These are the big rewards. It's a Citadel hit, major damage to the sensitive areas of the ship, and doing double what they could have done doesn't really surprise me. Yet the AP shells are just not doing it from the cruisers against the carriers. I guess I'm gonna stop switching them up. Except for maybe with the German cruiser, because the Nuremberg. Now this is, I've shown the ship before. This one has 2 turrets in the back and 1 up front. But because of the arrangement, it makes it a really interesting playstyle. You can fire this turret right out at that angle. So you can still use the super firing rear turrets at all but I want to say about 80 degrees of the front arc. It's not a bad little ship. It always pays to be more nimble. Oh, thank you, Groucho. If you can get your ship to be more nimble, you will have an easier time of it combat-wise. Because torpedoes are hard to dodge. I don't even care what they recommend. I'll come back and do that main battery turn time if I want to, but this ship definitely can't be made to sit still. It doesn't have a lot of armor. That detectability range is actually coming in handy. But you know what? I'm going to try out the outnumbered and see if that works. Now I have 9 points left to spend. 15% is 3 seconds less on this turn. So it would be 20 instead. 20.7 instead of 23.7. I don't see that as a major advantage. Switching shell type never matters to me. Because I do it between shots. I don't do it as a, oh, I'd rather use this shell and try and switch without shooting. Let's increase our AA. Go ahead and get the extra consumables. A 1% increase isn't going to help much. What's my torpedo reload time? 68 seconds. Which 15, that's going to be 9 seconds quick. That's worth it. I want to earn me some Dutch ships. Or some Netherlands ships. That Soviet cruiser was the closest I came to getting flat out sunk. And there's a human in this one. Where is he at? Way on the other side.
orders.
Yeah, I don't think the turrets turn slowly enough to worry about the increased speed. There's only one destroyer. There is a carrier. They have a ranger, so the rockets are not armor piercing.
Enemy cruiser sighted. Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy cruiser sighted.
Main turret critically damaged.
You're kidding me. I took a little hit on the nose and I lost a rear turret.
Enemy battleship detected.
Ah, that hurt.
Problem solved, sir. Fighter airborne.
Pay attention to your battleships, folks. They are dangerous opponents to leave unguarded.
Fighter returning to ship.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Come on, come on. That's right, chase me. Chase me, you son of a bitch. Good, he's out of the circle.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Oh no, I ran into the invisible wall. Not being the closest one of that battleship might let me attack him without him fighting back. He tried to ram. Okay,
Our team has taken the lead.
that's the route you want to go. I've got a missing battleship over there. There he is. Well, that's something you won't see a real live player doing.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
Our team has taken the lead.
Autopilot mode enabled.
I think this was an exciting battle to end the night on. Coming up past the hour. Did our other human live? He is alive. Bet that's him over there near the carrier. It's one of those times where I wish I had either an engine booster or a spotter aircraft. And he got the carrier. Now, I didn't get my last 2 missions for the night, but in 3 hours, I picked up all of the Nuremberg, Netherlands missions. In 5 days, I'll get to do that one. In the test chain, I've completed the 300,000 hit points, and I'm well on my way to these 2. I've completed the 700 ribbons. I'm well on my way to these 2. And this one, this has got to be done in a random battle. I can't do it in co-op, and there's not enough people on tonight to do a random battle. What's my total user count tonight? It's not even telling me how many. Let me see if I'll throw a Leander up. I'm familiar with it. It's a pretty good cruiser. That's going to be one nimble ship, because she's already a nimble ship. It actually recommends this one, so... or this one. I have 2 points left to spend. There they go. I'm going to do one more bonus battle tonight. And we're going to see just the AA fires 46. I don't need an AA boost. 2 more. You're allowed to take all 5 of these. We're going to take that son of a gun out. No, not. Make sure I'm in a random battle. Yes, okay. There are 27 people who are currently waiting for a random battle, but only 5 of us in this range. I don't see us getting a battle. We could. Now there's only two of us waiting for a battle. Not gonna happen. Let's see if there is a top tier differential. I need something that I'm familiar with. I've never used a Cleveland. I've used a Hipper. I've used a Bismarck. What the heck's a Parsifal? Oh, isn't that nice looking? Haven't used any of those. Haven't used any of those. So yes, I am stuck with a Hipper is the only one I've ever used before. Let's get him set up real quick. His AA rating 65, so that's a worthwhile bonus. 4 more points. What's my battery? Yeah, we'll take it. Less explodey. More accurate. Better steering. Now I can jump my concealment up again. I can make myself even more maneuverable. Or I can see torpedoes further out. I have hydro, so I'm going to get more maneuverable. Oh, help if had a little camouflage to help with that hiding. At this tier, there's likely going to be somebody there to fight. And if the queue is still not showing quite a few people, I don't mind going back to the automatic battle. Only 2 out of 13 of us, but it looks like I'm jumping right into a battle. That's different. Oh, there's a whole lot of people here. We only have 2 bots. The other team has 3. Oh, we have a 3rd bot. Okay. Oh. I like going right, and I can see what side my bread is buttered on. That is correct. He was a character in Parsifal, or in King Arthur.
General quarters.
In some versions of the legend, he's the one who finds the Grail.
Let's give them a hard time.
In other versions, it's Galahad.
Good luck and fair seas.
And welcome back, Beezer. Isn't there actually a German version of the Arthur story as an opera called Parsifal?
Provide anti-aircraft fire support. Affirmative.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
No, that's the way to kick off the battle.
Enemy destroyer detected. Enemy battleship detected.
I don't know what systems I broke in him, but I broke 2 of his systems. Sure wish I could shoot torpedoes in the water. Enemy destroyer detected. Come on, give me a shot.
Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy destroyer detected.
Our team has taken the lead.
Don't see a lot of fights where the fight gets dragged into the middle like this. Now, that was not the exciting battle I had hoped for. Well, looking it up is an excellent pastime. That's how I spend a lot of my spare time, is looking up things that I hear randomly that sound interesting. And I'm usually not disappointed.
Our team has taken the lead.
All right, folks. It's been almost 2.5 hours or 3.5 hours since we started, so I'm going to thank you all for coming out and staying for the up to 3.5 hours we've been playing. I hope you've enjoyed the game. I certainly have enjoyed bringing it to you. A little bit different playing out on the test server, as you've seen. I am likely to repeat this version of Friday Night Fights next Friday. I'll get more into that during the weekend, during the conversation during either Fallout or Mass Effect. But hopefully next week we'll be sailing some of those beautiful cruisers from the Netherlands. Until then, everybody have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Look in on friends and family. Make sure everybody's okay. And y'all have a great night.